Welcome, 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 welcome. It is just around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Just around 6 o'clock on April 30th, the last day of April. April uh, goes out like a lion, right? Is that March? Who knows what April does? Anyway, the issue with the spreadsheets that I mentioned yesterday that took up all of our time did not get resolved. Hey, Mark. So I had to come in early and do a little bit of extra work. Hold on, let me see if there's people that can help. Help you all find anything? So yeah, I had a bunch of time getting the marble stuff out, and then of course while I was doing that, which ended up going a little bit into opening the shop, the diamond order came for the diamond stuff for this week, so that took up some extra time. Well, like I said, people, as I said, people are in the shop, people are out because it's beautiful weather. So let's look at the books quickly. We've got reprint of Superman 233, famous Neil Adams cover that they put out for Superman Day. We've also got the reprint of Action Comics #1 in its original Golden Age size. Also was done for Superman Day. I decided we put them out right before Free Comic Day. We've got the hot new Godzilla Spider-Man. That's the amazing Nick Bradshaw on the art. Joe Kelly doing Spider-Man. Where's the A cover? Man, where's the A cover? There we go. Spider-Man in his black costume fighting Godzilla in his 80s period. We've got Wolverine, Kitty Pryde. Chris Claremont returns to two of his favorite characters to tell a story that he always meant to finish or do a miniseries or whatever his claim is currently, why he had to do it. The second Godzilla vs. America, Godzilla vs. Los Angeles. Again, this one actually is raising money for stores that were affected by the fires in Los Angeles. But same as all the other Godzilla vs. America, the creators live in the area. So we got Gabriel Hardman writing and drawing. We've got Jordan Morris with Nicole Gao. Gonzo, who's really tremendous. Dave Baker. All live out in Los Angeles. Rob Liefeld's Youngbloods Deluxe. Medieval Spawn. This was old, but we got the two Image comic Silent Missions that came out 2 weeks ago and last week by our customer Andrew Cronky. So signed. We also have unsigned copies for those who want unsigned copies. The new Red Sonja vs. Army of Darkness. If you recall, we've already gotten copies of this, but this is a different cover. They've been coming very slowly. Oh, no, no problem. The new Heavy Metal, which we'll talk about in a minute. The second issue of The Mummy, Faith Aaron Hicks's fantastic adaptation from the perspective of the girl possessed by Amnak-Saman. I just totally butchered that name. It's been a long time. But yeah, really beautiful, character-driven first issue, and then second issue. This is a comic book store. Doom Division, Issue 2, Momica cover, the latest Fantastic Four, part of One World Under Doom, the latest Ultimate Spider-Man. The Fantastic Four variant, last issue of TVA, last issue of The New Goon, third issue of Bug Wars, second issue of Assorted Crisis Events, and that's it for our new single issues. We are located in New York State on Long Island. The new Heavy Metal is quite chunky. It's $15, which is the most Heavy Metal has ever charged for an itineration, but it is also, I think, almost 200 pages of comic. Really, really impressive stuff in here. They have a bunch of articles, but they also have totally new stuff by some really great creators, some using Heavy Metal-owned characters, but some, as Heavy Metals want to do, completely original. I'm very happy with how much is in here. A lot of the magazines that have been coming out lately have been pretty thin and $10. We've got a few different covers left. And let's see, this stuff is going to be on sale during... We absolutely ship to Brooklyn. We've shipped to Brooklyn many times. We have customers who come out from Brooklyn occasionally. If you want to come out from Brooklyn, I would recommend coming out on Sunday, May 4th, when we were doing Free Comic Book Day. The whole store is going to be on sale. and free comics. The FIT comic creation class will be here selling their own zines, so it's gonna be a big day. Um, this is the stuff that I should have showed off yesterday, but the day was just too chaotic. I realized that it was almost 6, and I was like, oh my god, we have to do this. Catman, yet another Neko comic. There's such a genre now of just people cats, cat people, cats acting like people, cats becoming people. The next Last Comics on Earth from Last Kids on Earth series. All sorts of great comic creators with Max Braless living in his world. Barbara Parks, Junie B. Jones. If you have a child... oh, sorry about that, Daniel. But yeah, we definitely ship. You can look us up online, hit us up on social media besides for this one, or email us at escapepodcomics@gmail.com. The first Junie B. Jones book turned into a graphic novel. Junie B. Jones, of course, an adorable little first grader who there's a whole bunch of easy reader chapter books. Our boy Jeff gets his first collected edition. This collects the first two. It's Jeff Verse, and it's Jeff Venomore, which has not been reprinted. It's never been reprinted, so if you missed out on Jeff Venomore, oh, wonderful, Daniel. Thank you for your service. It's a really intense job. We got a new Bluey book. This is a Bluey book featuring bugs, a lot of great little bug moments, as I talked about on Monday's live stream. It has that wonderful "Daddy, come see this" moment with the leaf bug. We also got Bluey Perfect, which is based on the episode where Bluey's trying to make perfect drawing, and it comes with a little whiteboard for your own artist to keep practicing on. We've got the Horizon Experiment. I've talked about the single issues numerous times. Really wonderful genre-bending books, now all collected in one. We've got Season of the Roses, Chloe Wary's awesome soccer book about passion and sports, and more than that, life-changing as a teen. Oh, I don't believe we have Onslaught Omega here. It does get traded once in a blue moon, but I don't think we have it currently. The Bees, this is a Lithuanian graphic novel about a women's rock band that changed a lot of stuff for them in the late 60s, 70s. The Marvel collection, Fantastic Four vs. Godzilla. This collects the seminal Fantastic Four Godzilla, Galactus stuff from original 48 through 50, the 3 issues that introduced Galactus, and 242 to 244 when Galactus' his origin and whole history with not his origin. His origin's done in the 90s. This is 244 when he comes back to Earth again under the John Byrne run. So those are the famous Galactus stories that obviously they're going to reference for the movie. The second small volume of Saga. Remember, we get our Image stuff late, so we do have this little Saga volume, but we don't have the new Saga Volume 10 that will be out. We'll have that next week at the end of the week. Craig Thompson's Ginseng Roots. We talked about this on Monday briefly because I have one at home. This is Craig Thompson's pamphlet book. Pamphlet memoir that he originally put out as little small comics about his family picking ginseng in his childhood and the American obsession with ginseng. Yeah. Tape? Which kind?
Packing, if possible.
Packing tape, yeah.
Box ripped on there.
Oh, all right. We got to deal separate boxes. I got to make an order, I think. Now we're getting into some very interesting stuff. We've got Jordan Crane of Keep 2. Goes like this. This is a fascinating collection of Jordan Crane shorts and illustrations done as like an unfinished book. That's why it has no spine, which is really cool. Jordan, of course, a stunning artist, really great storyteller. I would have gotten tons of this if we were still getting tons of really anything. The few books that I have gotten tons of, we have not necessarily moved well. So speaking of books that we did get a lot of, Joe, I think this one's definitely up your alley. X-Men Days of Future Past, we may have a few issues of it. And I believe we have an Epic collection that has the Days of Future Past stuff in it. The second, Viscera, the women's body horror anthology that Katie Skelly edits. Amazing people. We got Lisa Sala, who's one of my favorites. Katie Skelly, Carolyn Cash, Sally Madden. Just really Great, freaky, amazing stuff. Available through Kickstarter and at our store. We've got the first of the Lost Marvels books. These are Marvel books that Marvel has never reprinted for various reasons. Sometimes it was art being too adult and them not wanting to put it out under the Marvel line in the 80s and things. But other reasons are, there's a lot of other reasons, but this is Fantagraphics and Marvel together putting out books that have never been published. This is Tower of Shadows, a classic 70s horror. Look at this, had Neil Adams, Steranko, Barry Windsor Smith, John Buscema, Bernie Wrightson featured in this. Just exceptional artists doing what they do best, spooky stories. We've got Skin, Sabine Clement and Mike Vepsi's, I believe it was Croatian? I don't remember. Graphic novel about body dysmorphia, but really not that heavy. More about being unhappy with your body and the psychological toll that takes. And lastly, we have the Inspector Coke trilogy. Tower of Shadows is $34.99. That's a pretty nice price for this beautiful hardcover, especially considering the price of some other books. Inspector Coke trilogy is by the great Dino Battaglia, a Venetian artist who did a few very famed and revered books. I got one with the corner of bashed in, so I opened it so I can show it off. This is Crimes of the Phoenix, the first book with Inspector Coke. This is a guy in Venice doing a Victorian detective. Look at this gorgeous art. Wonderfully paced. I believe this stuff has been translated into English in England, and one of them, the Frankenstein one, was translated here in America once, but never before. Excellent, Daniel. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. That is everything. I have about 7 boxes of comics I still need to sticker for Free Comic Book Day, so I am going to head off and do that. Daniel, feel free to email us with that list, and I will see what I can put together for you, but probably not till after Free Comic Book Day, because that's kind of where my whole brain is right now. Until tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's still Thursday. Yeah, I'll be in tomorrow, God willing. Remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.